What's going on, YouTube? I'm about to do a review on Paul Gotard, Gotard, Black Knight, Snuff, nasal snuff. On the back here, we got Paul Gotard Snuff, some information, phone number. Tried to call that bitch before, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't get a hold of anybody. And we got Paul Gotard, Black Knight. We have obviously a little label here of addictions. Today I'm also going to be doing a review with my buddy Albert. I have a guest here.
What is up?
I recently got him into some nasal snuff, and he's been snuffing a little bit of some of the stuff that I gave him. He's definitely interested. He's going to actually start doing reviews himself, so I just want to throw that out there. And anyways, we're going to do a review of this today, and we're going to talk a little bit about the scent. We're going to talk about a little bit about the grind. We're going to talk a little bit about the moisture. And yeah, so here we go. Also, you can see the box. It's a tap box. So obviously with the tap box, it's going to be a little bit dry already. And from everything that I've heard of with Paul Gotard, or Gotard, yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce it. But anyways, it's Polish snuff. And like I said, I've heard a lot about this snuff being very, very dry already, unless you buy it in the big bottles, or the big cork bottles. I don't know, that's what I've seen online. We've been drinking a little bit. My buddy Albert is, I guess, pretty intoxicated because he seems to want to laugh about everything I say. I don't know what I'm saying. It's so funny. I just don't know. But anyways, it's pretty neat. I think the tap boxes are cool, but that might not always make up for the snuff itself. And it is a little bit mentholated, but let's get into doing a little bit, and then we'll talk a little bit about the scent. So, pull these sleeves down here, so you can see what I got going on here. And we're also going to give a little bit to Albert and let him do some as well. Now, these are tricky because, as you see, when I'm trying to just get out a little bit, maybe I don't want to do a lot, the snuff has to come through these little entryways that I have released down already. So when it comes out, it's kind of messy. It's just this powder, or I guess obviously it's powder, but it's kind of spread out. So I'm gonna kind of awkwardly show you what I got going on here. And because I don't want a lot, just to show y'all, I've done this a little bit now, but it's not, I haven't done it enough to where I've really mastered the skill of this tap box. But anyways, we're gonna give some to Albert. Go ahead and put your hand out there a little bit more so we can show them. Get your little palm up to that screen. You're gonna have to fix it yourself. But anyways, so cheers. We're both going to be doing cheers. Let's see, let's get a little look at that so you can see the amount he's doing. God damn, boy. Got to rip that shit. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and you can see it's all gone. Alright. The first thing that came to mind when I first did the shit and now is it has maybe a little bit of a licorice scent. Besides that, I taste just, it's mentholated. So there's a little bit of maybe a hint of licorice and menthol. The menthol does kind of cover it up. But, you know, hold on, let me get another little bit of this. See how much I got here. It's very dry. The moisture level is not on point. It wasn't when I got the tap box. It's in a tap box. Like I said, the bottles you can order online that have the cork in it, it's probably a little bit better in freshness. I've heard good things about those. But it's dry. I want to say it's a very dry snuff, but not just because it's not fresh, but also because it just seems like the grind is cut a little bit more. But the thing about Paul Gotard, what I've heard and what I've read and what I can see, is that the grind is it's like a mixed grind. I don't know if it's grinded very well or if it's grinded like this on purpose, but to me it seems very uneven. It's coarse sometimes, and then it's grind, and it's very dry. There's no fluffiness whatsoever. The consistency is kind of grainy, I guess you could say. It's like a dry grain. I don't want to call it crappy, because maybe some people like this. I don't know. I would say it's still a good snuff. It's just not going to be an all the time for me.
I got different scents on it.
Hold on, I'm going to let Albert talk about his scent as well. But to me, there's a little hint of tobacco there. It's more of a licoricey, minty smell to me. And that's just my preference. What about you, Albert?
Like I said before, like I told you earlier, it's really weird. Like I get like a scent of kind of like a lime type of flavor. It's really weird. Like not necessarily licorice. It just reminds me of like the beer salt type of smell. Like it's very.
If y'all know the salts like Lucas salts, he said that it reminds him of like beer salts. To me, I can maybe relate to maybe underneath it all, maybe smelling some type of lime smell to it. Well, maybe not lime. I don't even want to say lime, but maybe there's a hint of something citrus within it.
It's a very citrus smell. Yeah.
But to me, I don't smell necessarily citrus, but I could see that maybe that's underneath. But for me, it's a licorice yet mentholy. Like the menthol kind of covers up everything. But it has a very eucalyptus menthol, and if you know what I mean, I don't know if this is eucalyptus or not, but I would compare the eucalyptus smell to Lucien Priest, but it's more minty than the eucalyptus. It's more of that mint, like menthol. Now, nothing hit my throat. Nothing went straight to the back. It's not a hard snuff to do. But it being in my nose, it feels clogged. It doesn't feel... Not clogged. It feels fine. I don't know. It's not a snuff that I particularly want in there for a long period of time. I'm going to do a little more. I'm sure if you did enough, maybe you get a little nicotine kick, but I don't think the nicotine is that high either. Would I recommend this for a first-time snuff? No, only because I don't want you to be turned away from nasal snuff. But is it an easy snuff to do? I think so. It's just a little bit too dry, but not dry in a good way. Dry as it's just dry straight out of the tap box. It was dry when I first got it. I've had other ones that, when I got the tap boxes, they were moist. It just doesn't seem... I'm not going to hate on it. I've heard some good things about like the Irish cream and some of the other ones. I know there's another guy on here. He doesn't do reviews in English, so I don't know much about him, but I know that he does a lot of Paul Gotard snuff. So cheers to y'all, and I just wanted to do a quick review with y'all about this. I know it's not the best review. I'm a noob to nasal stuff myself, but it's definitely worth a try. If you like menthol, and you either like licorice or maybe even some type of citrus mentholy smell, My boy Albert said that to him it's kind of citrusy. I can maybe see that, but
It's an easy type of snuff.
it's easy snuff. It's not hard to do. I do say though, if you're not doing it right or you're first learning, I wouldn't recommend to try this right away though, because I don't think that it is one that you'll be turned on to wanting to do more snuff. I would easily say get some Lucent Priest over Paul Gotard, but I am eager to try their, I think they might have a coffee one, but I'm eager to try their Irish cream just to see if it's good. But I've heard that their other ones are good if you buy it in the bigger containers with the cork. But anyways, I am the Angry Buddha, the Sinister Snuffer. This is my boy Albert. He will also be if you go to Grotesque God 91, Grotesque God 91, you can find him. He will be ordering some snuff soon. Y'all should give him a like, give him some go subscribe to his channel. Just be patient, and there will be some on there soon enough. Like I said, I just wanted to give y'all a quick review of Black Knight by Paul Gotard, and let y'all know a little bit about it. This wasn't a major review or anything. It's just one of the snuffs that I have left that I ordered just to see what it's like. But I mean, like I said, I'm not totally against it. If I didn't have anything else, I would still hit it. But it's not going to give you a super huge nicotine rush, or if you're trying to get off cigarettes or anything. I don't recommend this for the first time. It's cool. It looks cool. Tap box is cool. A little difficult, like I said, one of the flaws. I mean, you can go and get yourself a nice little, and then a shit ton comes out, but if you don't want that much, it is a little bit awkward with this tap box. It's very easy to take down, but if you only want a little bit, I mean, that's what you're working with, and it's going to come out uneven because it's going out that side, and then at the top. But it's slick looking, it's cool. Cheers to the nasal snuff community. I love y'all. See you later, son.